Chris Chinnock here for Display Central at the Larry Tannis Electronics booth. I'm here with Ken Werner, my colleague and a marketing associate for Tannis Electronics. And we're going to talk about, we're at the ITSEC trade show, so it's a simulation market. And I was a little surprised to see that Tannis Electronics was here, frankly. But I'm gathering from our discussion that one of the benefits of coming to a show like this is being able to create custom displays for simulated cockpits that you might have a hard time recreating with actual hardware, correct?
That is correct. And Tannis Displays started out making square LCDs for to replace square CRTs in actual aircraft. Yep. So now going into the simulation market with displays that simulate those real square displays is a natural thing for us to do.
Right. And now, I guess there's a couple of benefits. One is if you want to create a full cockpit in an aircraft today, you've got a few ways you can do that. You can do it with kind of actual hardware, which in the case of 3ATI is basically CRT based or historically CRT based, very hard to get, expensive. Or you can create one large flat panel for the cockpit and create the gauges and dials that would be in the cockpit. That's a reasonable solution. But the disadvantage is you don't have the knobs and the bezels and the physical tactile feel that you would in an actual cockpit, which you do get with the Tannis approach.
Yes. Another approach is to simulate the individual instruments with, however, real displays, although what's going into them is a simulation of reality. Our latest standard product is this 3ATI display, which is resized from a standard Mitsubishi display and winds up giving 400 by 480 pixels, which is more than has been true for some other examples and implementations. And one of the nice things we can do is cut off the corner of the display as well as resize it so it clears this hole for the control shaft.
So there you go. So you got this nice physical little hole here so you can get the touch and feel of this. And you see how the actual the full size of the display that this came from is another inch and a half or so beyond here, which they've cut off and sealed, and they cut off this notch here to create this. And they got this flex cable that bends right in back of it, which is even nicer.
So the whole thing fits within. So the whole thing fits within the contour of the bezel, and an actual bezel would be sculptured out from the back. So everything would fit within the bezel, and you just need to put it down on a flat panel with a small hole for the power and the signal. So in a simulator, you don't have to be punching large holes in your panel.
Right. Excellent. Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome, Chris.
All right. Chris Chinnock for Display Central.